turn for you if you want. Okay?
Yeah. Thank you, Barbara. I am nervous about speaking, so I am going to read my remarks. I am here today to speak about my experience in France as a young girl, and I want to ask my representative, Brian Fitzpatrick, to stand for humanity and speak out against our country's treatment of our refugees at the southern borders. I was imprisoned in Schirneck concentration camp by the Nazis. I am not held because of my religion, my race, or my sexuality. I was a political prisoner. I was arrested and held because I chose to put my life in harm's way by joining the French underground. My family could have profited by the war. My father had a meat packing plant and supplied meat to the French army. When Strasbourg fell in 1940, my family threw all the meats in the river that powered the mill for the factory. He removed all of the equipment, but it was bombed while he was transporting it to unoccupied France. My family, a few days after the fall of Strasbourg, 2 SS officers came to our home and asked my father to supply meat to the German army. He said he could not do so. He said he had no cans or equipment. In less than a week, our family was moved from our estate to install in a small home in town. We never regained our home. My family refused to aid the Nazis, and that put us in harm's way. We lost a fortune. Our lives were in danger. Again, Mr. Fitzpatrick, you risk little, but you say stay silent. My family and I continue to work for the Allies, but we were supposed to be citizens of the Reich. My sister and I smuggled clothes and papers. We helped escapees to get to free France. My mother was even more involved, but we did not discuss details. Instead, we practiced daily. We were told, do not tell anyone what we are doing. If you tell the Germans, they will kill us all. Do not believe them. Children are supposed to be seen, not heard. I was in Schirneck concentration camp because I picked up an attaché case at the railroad station. The case belonged to a French officer whom my friend's uncle helped to escape. The SS wanted the case. A few days after getting the case, I was at the railroad station returning from a trip with my mom. It was my 19th birthday. The officers were there. My mom and I were worried about the poor person that they were searching for. That person was me. The officer took me and put me in the back seat of the Mercedes. One officer got in the back with me. I still have nightmares about in that car driving away from my mother. Neither she nor I said a word. I did not cry, but I was terrified. The officer questioned me about the case. I played dumb. I said I know nothing because everyone knows I'm a blabbermouth. So the officer got frustrated with my answers. So he put out his cigarette on my leg. I did not cry. I would not give him the satisfaction. It was not the torture, the threats to my life that gave me nightmares today. It was driving away from my mom, not knowing if I would ever see her again. Today, when I see how we separate children from their parents, it breaks my heart. And the memory of the horrible day is heartless and cruel. Again, Mr. Fitzpatrick, defender of children, how could you allow this? Each separated child will remember for the rest of the whole life. I still remember. I was in Schirneck for a little over 3 months when my father paid the Nazi for my freedom. When I was there, we got weekly showers. There was a sink, a toilet in our barracks. We could use the toilet in the morning, after lunch and after supper. We could use the sink to wash daily after dinner. We had toothbrushes, we had soap, we had bunk beds with straw mattresses, straw pillows and a blanket. We slept 2 in 1 bed for warmth because then we would have 2 blankets. At night the lights were turned out so we could sleep. We were prisoners of war, as political prisoners. We were enemies of the Reich, yet we still had basic necessities: toothbrush, soap, blanket. We even got mail. I am broken-hearted that America can be so cruel. I know the horror of child separation will last a lifetime. It breaks my heart that we had better treatment in a Nazi concentration camp than refugees have on our border. I risk my life to stand against hatred and bigotry of the Nazis. My family lost their fortune and their land. Brian Fitzpatrick, how could you let these crimes against humanity continue? How can you say nothing? Are you afraid you won't get re-elected if you stand for freedom, stand against the Nazis? Brian, there are no good people on both sides. Nazis are not good people. We beg you to stand up for America that stood for freedom. The freedom that my family and so many American veterans fought for in World War II. We must never forget their sacrifice or mine.
Hold down. I'm